Friday Night Football is back. It's Friday Night Lights right here on NBC-3. Good evening. I'm Nico Tamurian, and the last team from Section 3 that we saw on the field was the CBA brothers. Joe Casameno's bunch won the Section 3 title in 2012 and made it all the way to the New York State semifinals. This year, a ton of firepower returning. The brothers hoping to take it a couple steps further. We start tonight with the National Football Foundation kickoff at the Dome. CBA taking on Union Endicott. The brothers looking pretty darn good, looking like they want to take that step further. Deshaun Salter takes the screen. He's going to the Ivy League next year, by the way. Breaks down the sideline, leaving everybody in the dust. CBA leads by 23 at that point, but Union Endicott punts, and Deshaun again. Yeah, Deshaun is gone here. 85-yard punt return. CBA rolls past its Southern tier opponent tonight. 56-32 was the final. What a debut.
Well, Deshaun Salter was great. No, the offense was pretty good. I think we got a little excited. We have a lot of really young kids, 9th and 10th graders. And when we got excited, we got tired. And then Union Endicott did a nice job of coming back a few times on us. But offensively, we've got a lot of weapons, so we did all right. But we were just a little bit ragtag on defense. We started cramping up, and we put in some young kids that we thought could make plays for us, but it wasn't. They're not quite ready yet. So we got a lot of work to do.
Now the nightcap at the Carrier Dome is our Toyota High School game of the week, the first of 2013 here, and it's a homecoming in two different ways. Damian Rhodes returning to his alma mater, Fayetteville Manlius, as the new head coach. And their first game of the season tonight, kicking off at Rhodes' home field in college, Syracuse University's Carrier Dome. Of course, Damian and the Hornets taking on Schenectady tonight. Looking pretty good early. Zaire Ashley, nobody can take him down. He eventually loses his footing at the 1-yard line. This is in the first half, but Rhodes gives him the honors, and Ashley plows in from a yard out. This guy's a tank. How do you take him down? FM leading 14-0 at the halftime break. Then it's the new signal caller, Jake Wittig, calling his own number. A little bit of a naked bootleg right there. Finds the end zone for the score. Fayetteville Manlius making Damian's debut a very proud one. For more on that, our own Kelly Cowan. She's been at the Carrier Dome all day. She joins us live now. Kelly, how was it for the Hornets tonight at the Dome?
It was loud in here with so many Hornets fans just taking up that entire student section. A lot of green going on, Nico, but a huge banner night for Jake Wittig. You already covered it. We saw those highlights. 5 touchdowns, 2 in the air, 3 on the ground, and he kicked his own extra points. He accounted for 7 extra points tonight. Huge night for him. Another big player that came up tonight a lot was Zaire Ashley. And of course, Damian's first night debuting as a head football coach in the Dome. Huge night from him. We're going to hear a little bit more from him a little later, but a big night. We saw him on the sidelines, big grins on his face. Nico.
Kelly, thank you so much. And those two games that we just showed you from the Carrier Dome tell us one thing definitively. Section 3 is pretty darn good this year, as always in football, but that also includes perennial powers like West Genesee and Henniger. We'll start in Camillus. The Wildcats feature Nas Howard, committed to Syracuse, but still has his senior year to play for the Wildcats. West Genesee taking on Auburn Maroons, down a touchdown in the second quarter. Justin Valentino throwing it deep to Jack Bergmaster down the sideline. Just barely gets in for the score, so we're tied at 7. The ensuing kickoff, though, it's Nas doing what he does, right? Weaving in and out of defenders right there. Nobody's going to catch him. 75 yards for the score. 14-7 West Genesee. The Wildcats eventually get the ball back, and they set up another Nas Howard scamper. Boy, is he going to be tough this year or what? West Genesee wins it. 28-13 was the final. Now, you saw head coach Dave Klein of Henniger on our airways earlier this week, teaching us about concussion safety. His Black Knights taking on Liverpool tonight. Keyshawn Scott leading the long drive here, finding Romero Collier for the touchdown. We know Collier from the basketball court, right? 7-0 Knights. Liverpool tries to answer. Caleb Taylor out of the Wildcat. Look at the hurdle, but it's too much. He actually fumbles right there. Henniger recovers. Let's take a look at the replay. An amazing hurdle. Definitely a top play nominee. However, he can't complete the play, and the Black Knight defender comes there to knock the ball free right there. Henniger wins this game 14-0 in a defensive struggle. The other Knight touchdown comes when Collier actually hits Scott for a touchdown pass. A little bit of role reversals for the victory. Hey, there's still so much more to come here on Friday Night Lights on NBC-3, including one of the craziest finishes to a high school football game you will ever see. It happened when Rome Free Academy traveled to Whitesboro, and you'll see it after the break. Welcome back to Friday Night Lights here on NBC-3, brought to you by Casanova College. Now, just a moment ago, we told you about Damian Rhodes making a very happy coaching debut, taking out Schenectady in his first game as the Hornets head coach. Kelly Cowan has Damian right now. Kelly, what's he have to say about the big win?
All right, Damian, well, I know you've had a number of successful debuts here, but where does this one rank in your career?
I can't really rank them in terms of things I've done in the past because they're two different categories. This one is definitely special, without a doubt. First time to be a head coach, and as everybody knows, in my old stadium with my old high school, it's really special. And you know, I'm definitely going to take it all in after I watch the film.
A couple of your players had some big shoes to fill, namely your quarterback. What can you say about Jake tonight?
I mean, Jake is Jake. He's a big-time player. It doesn't matter the spotlight. The bigger the stage, the better he plays. It's a couple things he got loose on, which he knows, but he's a warrior. He's not going to let one bad play come back to him. And we'll get better tomorrow when we watch the film. And, you know, Jake's special.
Well, Damian, congratulations. I know you're proud. I know you want to get in there and talk to your guys, so thanks for joining us.
No problem. Thank you.
Nico.
Thank you, Kelly. Now, a special night also at Port Byron tonight. Not only is it National Ovarian Cancer Awareness Day, the player is wearing teal, like the ribbon you see me wearing right here, but also two coaching legends honored by the Panthers tonight. We're talking about a couple of guys, and there we go, the teal ribbon right there. Legends Gino Alberici and Ron Kroll honored this evening. The press box and field dedicated as well. Great ceremony at halftime. As far as the game is concerned, though, Weedsport does get the better of the action. They end up taking out Port Byron tonight. 27-2 was the final. Nice touchdown right there. In Class B, the Chittenango Bears debut at number 2 in the Media Football Poll in the Post Standard. I'm a member of that voting panel. West Hill tonight taking on the Bears. The Warriors take a 7-0 lead right there. Nice touchdown pass from Reed Derenbacher to Jack Centaur. Chittenango tries to answer with some trickery. Connor Mills with the fake punt, but he's barely a yard short of the first down. West Hill capitalizes. Derenbacher to Chris Brusa on the screen, but look at the moves on Brusa right here. Are you kidding me? Gets down to the goal line. Warriors score a couple plays later when Richie Easterly hauls in the score. Some good bloodlines right there. Warriors win this one in overtime. 21-20 was the final. Now, our local football scene is rich with fantastic coaches. You saw two of them honored there a moment ago with Coach Alberici and Coach Kroll, but you're about to see a living legend in Paul Seeley in just a moment. But how about Carl Sanfilippo, a Beeville legend, coaching against Joe Sindoni, who certainly hopes he can be called the same thing at Cicero North Syracuse. Baldwinsville trying to replace a legendary running back, Tyler Rouse, who's playing for Boston College now. This one back and forth all game long. It's tied in the third. Ricky Starks filling in those shoes from Rouse very well. Breaks the tie right there. 27-20 Bees at that point. CNS looking for the answer. Ziatos on the play right there. Can't find a receiver. Almost gets sacked. Breaks the tackle. Then finds some green on the other side of the field. Just makes it to the 1-yard line right there. They'd punch it in a little bit later. Game tied at 27. But the Bees put together a beautiful drive, effectively running out that clock. Stark scores. Check out Ricky's numbers today. 301 yards. Beeville wins at 34-27. Corcoran hoping to rebound after losing their last 5 games last season, playing Utica Proctor tonight, and this will help the call right there. Roy Bell, the senior QB, throws it up. Malcolm Bynum skies for the catch on the doorstep. Seconds later, Nasheem Walker able to punch it in. He had 2 touchdowns today. Corcoran forces 5 turnovers on Proctor. It's a 34-6 win for the Cougars. Now, RFA and Utica Proctor share the oldest rivalry in high school football in the country. Tonight, the Black Knights battling Whitesboro, and what a game it was. RFA down 14-9 at Whitesboro's 20-yard line, a 4th and 2 last chance. but Angus Young's pass is out of bounds. So all Whitesboro has to do is run out the clock, right? But no, it's not that easy. The fumble on the handoff. Tyler Benedict recovers, but then his own man tackles him at the 6-yard line. RFA, though, does score on the next play. Bradley Doherty plows his way in for the score. What a turn of events. Rome Free Academy leads it now 15-14 over Whitesboro. They thought they were out of it. The Warriors look to respond, and it looks like they're about to do just that. Beautiful pass to midfield, but it's another fumble. RFA recovers. Doherty, who just scored the touchdown, pounces on it. Ball game over. Rome Free Academy wins a shocker. 15-14 was the final. What a debut night for Friday Night Lights, brought to you by Cazenovia College. Make sure you stick around here on Friday Night Lights. We have so much more to talk about, including a big game last night. The legendary Paul Seeley joins me next. Welcome back to Friday Night Lights, brought to you by Cazenovia College. So it's brought to you by Cazenovia College. Here to bring you the Cazenovia native here, Tom Ashton, but most importantly, Paul Seeley, the legendary coach, joining us now. Coach, how are you?
Hey, thanks for having me again. I like that living legend. That living part's big.
Well, we missed you. We had to bring you back.
Well, thank you.
Well, you know, you certainly are an expert when it comes to high school football around here. Let's talk about what you saw with CBA tonight.
Well, you saw a great team. They're a very smart bunch of kids. They're very quick. Didn't seem to make too many mental errors. They're not the biggest team, but they are very quick, and they're defending champs, and that always is something that the kids always want to work harder with.
How about ESM last night? They put on a show.
Well, they put on a big aerial show. Their new offensive coordinator, Bill Clunan, brought in the no-huddle hurry-up, and it worked. The kids are great. Oathman ran a 75-yarder. He's a big, strong kid.
There it is.
Yeah, and there it is. I mean, he was just gone at the start. They hung on. Watertown was scrappy. They came back, but ESM never folded, and they're a pretty good team.
Coach, we have 15 seconds left in the show. Is SU going to win tomorrow, yes or no?
Well, that's going to be tough. It's going to have to take a big game.
There you go. Coach Seeley, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
As always.
For Tom Eschen, I'm Nico Tamurian. Thank you so much for joining us on the first edition of Friday Night Lights, brought to you by Cazenovia College. We'll see you next Friday.